If you are hearing these words, know that it is no coincidence. This is a call, a response from your soul, which has been waiting for this moment. You feel it, don't you? That subtle, almost imperceptible excitement spreading through the air, that vague unease seeping through the usual veil of everyday life. This is the harbinger of coming change, and what we are about to reveal will overturn your understanding of the world. But before we step across the threshold of this sacred place, you must make your choice. Your approval is not merely a sign of endorsement, it is your loud declaration of intent. And subscribing is your entry into the ranks of those who seek truth, who strive for the unknown. It is not simply a click of the mouse. This is an oath, a solemn vow made to oneself, a promise to witness what is meticulously hidden from the eyes of outsiders. That very truth, which they conceal behind a veil of hastily compiled news, behind the glossy, alluring covers of shiny magazines, behind the empty, meaningless slogans of politicians. This truth is both simple and terrifying. It is older than the most ancient tales, older than time itself, and it lies at the very foundation of everything you consider reality. The essence of this truth is that our world, as you are accustomed to seeing it, is merely an artfully constructed, multi-layered illusion. An illusion that hides the true state of affairs. These are the invisible threads that tug at the most delicate strings of your nerves, feeding on your fear, your misunderstanding, and serving as the support for the order. The system that benefits solely those who hold these threads. This is not a common conspiracy theory. This is a real, brutal conspiracy against your very consciousness. I am not speaking of a simple deception, but of something far deeper. This is an ontological deception, a conspiracy against the very essence of your existence. And when the veil lifts, you will realize just how deeply it is rooted. You will see how the same ancient patterns, the same cosmic mysteries preserved in age-old prophecies, are now refracted in geopolitical games, in the pulses of global finance, even in the very air we breathe. Imagine, somewhere there, in the depths of secret archives, in vaults inaccessible to the gaze of ordinary people, lie documents capable of turning the world upside down. I am not speaking of conjecture and rumors. I am speaking of real, albeit partially declassified, files. Files whose contents could inspire terror even in the most jaded intelligence analysts. I am speaking of Project Strange, of Protocol Chimera. It concerns what was accessible to the understanding of agents possessing the skill of remote viewing, an amazing ability to penetrate the veil of space and time to observe. These individuals, who underwent grueling, the harshest psychological training, honing their ability to see the unseen, directed their attention to Mars, not to the barren, desolate red planet we've come to imagine, but to something entirely different, beyond the grasp of ordinary perception. What they found there surpassed their wildest expectations. They beheld an ancient, sentient structure. Let me repeat. Ancient, sentient structure. This was no product of natural processes, no mere geological anomaly. It was a creation, born of a deliberate will, something erected with profound purpose. A structure whose very geometry, as the retrieved reports unequivocally demonstrated, echoed with astonishing clarity the mystical symbols inscribed within the oldest Gnostic scrolls. The parallels were so striking, they precluded any mere coincidence. It was, rather, a harmonic resonance, an echo of ancient insights, the revelations of St. John, the enigmatic prophecies of Vanga, the timeless Indian Vedas, the mysterious Mayan texts, all, though speaking in different tongues, narrated the same story. They spoke of coming cycles, of inevitable transformations, of the dawn of new eras, and of a fundamental truth concealed by forces that preferred to operate from the depths of shadow. And now, thanks to recently declassified archives, a shocking reality unfolds before us. These forces were never confined to earthly realms alone. Their ambitions stretched far beyond, well past our terrestrial atmosphere, beyond the limits of our usual comprehension. Consider, for instance, the lost quatrain from the 11th century, verse 93, by the great Nostradamus, which so cryptically hinted at celestial machines that would return. Or perhaps it referred to the legendary hermit monk Kenshin. His ancient scrolls, miraculously preserved amidst the ashes of a destroyed monastery on the slopes of Mount Kurama, revealed the secrets of star architecture, crafted long before the advent of humankind. These seemingly disparate fragments of profound wisdom now coalesce into a single, ominous pattern. And it's not just about bygone affairs. Modern, top-secret studies, whose findings are meticulously hidden from the public eye, hint at the existence of fractal patterns in geopolitical events. They speak of a collapse of quantum probability that occurs when collective consciousness reaches a certain critical threshold. There's also mention of the influence of solar cycles on the noosphere, that is, on the aggregate consciousness of all humanity. All these scattered facts convincingly indicate we exist within a system governed by its own unseen laws. Laws that, as it turns out, can be broken. Recall that inexplicable anxiety that suddenly washes over you at 3 a.m, or that strange feeling of detachment when you gaze into the faces of passers-by, as if they are mere puppets playing roles in their own lives. It's that vague sensation that something is wrong, that the entire surrounding world is just an artfully crafted set, behind which lurks something more real, far more formidable. This is not despondency, nor is it melancholy. This is your soul, desperately trying to break free from this artificial cage, this matrix. It is your true essence, your incorruptible divine spark rebelling against captivity. They are acutely aware of this. They feel genuine fear because of it. That is precisely why they erect insurmountable walls of information overload around you. They build insidious barriers of all-consuming fear. They try with all their might to convince you of your complete helplessness, painting a picture of a world filled only with chaos and unpredictability. They feed you false news, skillfully create diversions, and ignite enmity between you, so that you can never unite against the true enemy. But what if all these terrifying creations, wars, crises, pandemics, are merely shadows cast upon the walls of a cave? What if the real tyrant, the true architect of this illusory reality, is watching you directly from your own reflection in the mirror? And what if the true root of all your troubles lies not in an external enemy, but in what you have mistakenly taken for your true self? Within the unseen yet all too real crown of glass you've placed upon your head, your fragile ego, your tenacious attachment to the vain material world, your paralyzing fear of the unknown, the universe does not inflict punishment upon humanity. It merely ruthlessly cauterizes the poison that corrodes the soul, the poison of fear, of consuming ignorance, and of blinding materialism. This oppressive collapse you feel is not the harbinger of an end. It is a grand cosmic surgery. It is the universe itself striving for purification. It tears away the metallic veins of a soulless system relentlessly draining your life force. And know this: the ultimate secret is hidden. The great mystery shrouding all these prophecies, all these enigmatic Martian structures, this entire meticulously constructed illusion, is finally beginning to unveil itself. The prophets foresaw not just one savior who would come to you, but an entire army of awakened souls. They saw you. You are not merely a link in the chain of coming events. You are the prophecy itself made manifest. This ancient sentient structure on the red planet is more than just an old artifact. It's an eternal reminder, a reminder that we are not alone on this journey, a reminder that consciousness is the most powerful force stretching across the entire universe. And most astonishingly, those who built this monumental structure knew this. They left us an encrypted message, a subtle hint, like a guiding thread. This was the key. The truth is, your consciousness is not merely a product of your body, nor a result of complex chemical processes within your brain. Your brain, much like an ancient radio receiver, picks up signals from beyond, and your true self, your divine spark, is that unseen thread connecting you to the primal, infinite source of existence. And those whom we conventionally refer to as they strive in every way to make you forget this fundamental knowledge. They want you to naively believe that you are merely a biological machine, an ordinary consumer, a passive pawn to be used in their intricate games. But this is a monstrous lie, designed to keep you in ignorance, and these discovered files are irrefutable proof of this grand deceptive scheme. They are beginning to see, and this is an undeniable fact. Even those who have always operated in the shadows now realize that reality is far more multifaceted and complex than they would prefer to admit. They see the very structure, its unshakable foundations. And now, having heard my words, you too begin to see. Right now, the great inversion is unfolding, turning the usual order of things upside down. Everything you once thought unshakable is now being questioned. And this is wonderful. This is inevitable. For only by destroying old, dilapidated illusions can we erect a new reality. A reality built on unwavering truth, on all-encompassing love, and on your own divine potential. Now that your eyes are open, inaction becomes unthinkable. Your like is a dazzling flash, a lightning bolt piercing the expanse of the network and beckoning other truth seekers. Each share is a tiny seed, cast by you into the silent desert of sleeping minds, giving them a chance to awaken to the light. Your subscription is a solemn oath, a confirmation of your readiness to go further. If you feel you have the strength for more, our exclusive club will become your operational base, your secure haven. Your generous support through super thanks is invaluable energy, fueling the unquenchable flame of our shared cause in a titanic battle against the encroaching darkness. This is not merely funds, but the true fuel for our spiritual revolution. Until our next meeting, remain awakened, stay connected, and never, do you hear,